Port Augusta is affectionately known as the crossroads of Australia and the gateway to the Flinders Ranges and the Spencer Gulf.
If you're like us, you've probably driven through Port Augusta many times before. But today, I'm going to give you a reason to stop and stay the night.
I'm going to show you where to stay and where you can play.
If you're going to stay here, you're going to need something that makes you feel right at home, that's close to everything and preferably has a pool. Well, we have found the perfect place.
Majestic Oasis Apartments give you the comfort and quality you'd expect from any Majestic property in South Australia. It's perfectly located within walking distance to the main shopping district, so you're surrounded by shops, cafes and restaurants. And directly out the front, the Port Augusta foreshore. There's different room types to choose from studios to 1 and 2 bedroom suites and apartments.
And the great thing is they're fully self-contained. Doesn't that make life easier? Which means they've got their own laundry, so you can do all your washing here, kitchen facilities, bring your brekkie stuff. We brought our fruit, made a fruit bowl. Happy days.
The rooms have all the amenities you'll need, and they even have pet-friendly rooms.
They have a whopping 75 rooms. It's a mix of double, studio, spa rooms. There's something for everyone. And interestingly enough, every room is named after a Port Augusta local. For example, I am staying at the Joy Baluch room. She was a politician back in the day, became mayor in 1981, and she's my gal because that was the year I was born.
We love supporting SA businesses and Majestic is one of our faves. This is the perfect place to stay when you head to Port Augusta. Accommodation sorted, let's play.
Wadlata Outback Centre is a must visit when you're in Port Augusta. In fact, it's a reason to stop off in Port Augusta and bring the kids because it will blow their mind. It is so fantastic, but it has to be seen to be believed. So come inside.
You can take a self-guided tour of Wadlata's Tunnel of Time, where you'll be transported back to where the dinosaurs roamed.
The Tunnel of Time is so interesting. We're learning all about how the Flinders Ranges and Outback all began, about Aboriginal dreaming and fossils. I am just learning so much right now. This is incredible.
You'll be introduced to the first people who owned, explored and settled the land, and to those who still live here today.
So the experience is fully interactive. There's an Outback theatre where you can go inside, learn all about the early settlers, and you can even take a ride on the legendary tea and sugar train and learn all about how the railway line was built. This is so interesting, especially if you're a mad history lover.
This is a place you can explore at your own pace, and the exciting thing is they give you a pass out so you can return the same day or next week or even next year. There's also the Outback Tucker Box, which makes a sensational coffee and cakes cooked on site, and check out the gift shop on your way out for a great range of gifts, native foods, books and souvenirs. Wadlata is located on Flinders Terrace, which is an easy distance from Majestic Oasis. They're open every day of the year, except Christmas. 10 minutes drive from Wadlata is one of Port Augusta's hidden gems. The Australian Arid Lands Botanic Garden opened back in 1996 and showcases our stunning native flora. There's 4 marked walking tracks you can walk yourself, or there's a lovely group of volunteers who will happily take you on a tour, like Chris.
Chris, you've been volunteering here for 26 years. You've done these walks many times. Can you share with us 2 of your favourites?
Yes, I can. After doing it so many times, the highlight walk is probably the most popular. It's the shortest, but it's the one that most people take. And there's some really interesting plants. It takes probably about 3/4 of an hour. It depends on if you stop and look around, because on the walk there's some really interesting and rare plants. We're not just a botanic garden, we're a living museum for some of our plants.
And Red Cliff as well is one of your favourites, isn't it?
Yes, it's a nice walk up there. You can see over the Gulf, and the view up there is just as you could imagine when Matthew Flinders came up.
And here there's not just walks you can do, you've got specific gardens. The Explorer Garden.
For the children, that's fantastic. That's got a fence in it so that kids can stop in there, mum can have coffee in there and watch them run around. Different areas where people can go. Reflective garden where we are now is quite nice and quiet if you want to just sit and contemplate.
Isn't that beautiful? We're in the reflective garden at the moment, so if you have had a bit of a rough time, which I know a lot of people have in the last couple of years, this is what this
it's all about.
garden's designed for.
Yes, it really is a very nice place, yeah.
After exploring the garden, enjoy their cafe, which is open for breakfast and lunch.
When you're passing through Port Augusta or staying the night, why wouldn't you come here? It's free. You can stretch your legs, you can learn a little bit about nature and the beautiful plant life, and then you can't come here and not try their regional platter. Delicious damper, kangaroo metwurst from the region, and of course their famous quandon cake / crumble with quandon ice cream. I think I'm going to actually start with the dessert this time. Don't judge me.
The Arid Land Botanic Garden is open daily from 7:30 a.m. until sunset. Check their website for cafe and visitor centre opening times. Finding a good place to eat when you visit a new town is a must, and according to the Port Augusta locals, they have a great range of cafes and restaurants. We were told to check out Kay's Delicious on the Highway, which is located on Highway 1 Motel, and also the Archer's Table, which will serve you some of the best coffee outside of Adelaide. Next time someone tells you Port Augusta is just a place to drive through, well, tell them to think again and go explore.